Hello, everyone, and welcome to Universal Energies, number 7F of the Foundation Teachings of Healing. So we're talking about universal energies, and people ask me, what is universal energies and why do you use that phrase? Well, I use the umbrella term universal energies to encompass anything that isn't earthly. So many people come to me with all different beliefs, all different religions, and they ask to work with me. They have support from me. I give readings to, and I like for them to feel comfortable with me saying universal energies and not directing my thoughts or my speech towards any one particular God or etheric being or anything like that. So that's why I use the term, the umbrella phrase, universal energies. So if you come to me and I talk about universal energies, I want your mind to think about what you actually believe in, whichever your God is, whether you believe in angels and all the different things, whatever you believe in, I want you to put that thought into your mind when I speak about universal energies. That's the only reason that I do that. And it sits well with me, actually, because I can access whatever I want to at any given time. So today we're talking about healing. We're talking about healing, energy healing coming through your hands from the universal energies. So there's a few hands there and some bright light and just giving the sense of energy being passed. So today, excuse me, the awareness of different healing types I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about sensing healing hands. We are a conduit, and to heal self. Excuse me, coughing. Sorry. Let me just have a drink. There we go. So here's a little bit about me, Jan Mayfield. On the right is one of my favourite photographs. I don't like many, but here's one that I had taken with a photographer friend, and I think she just captured me there. My book, Zoetic Soul, is beneath me, in the middle of the slide here, and you know, there was nobody more gobsmacked than me when I realised that I was writing a book. I didn't plan to write a book, just a series of events came together and it created a book. It wasn't an easy journey. The writing of it was the easiest bit, but it was the editing and everything like that, the publishing that was so difficult. But I've learned lessons and it will be easier next time. But the book itself is all about some things in my life. It's about pre-life, what happens before you come to earth, what happens on earth, why things happen, how things happen, how you can help yourself to move forward, and you can read about things that have happened in my life and how I get through them and how I move through them. But also I did a lot of trance work. Trance work is connecting deeply to the universal energies. And when you go so deep, you begin to speak. So I recorded what I spoke and then I transcribed it into the book. It's very interesting. It is quite a thick book, but you know, a lot of people are using it as a resource and writing in it and marking off things that they want to know and remember. On the other side is me just doing a bit of a demonstration there of mediumship to an audience of people. Excuse me. So why am I qualified, if you like, to talk to you about healing? Well, I am a healer and I've healed for many years. I've also been healed by people. So I've trained in a Reiki. So I became a Reiki master teacher maybe 15 odd years ago. Excuse me, sorry. I need to heal my throat, clearly. I did an angel healing, spiritual healer. Spiritual healer is similar to Reiki, except it doesn't use symbols. Theta healer, which is going into the theta brainwaves. Massage healer, so healing through touch. No hands massage, which was something I tried. And literally you don't use your hands, you use your arms and you use your legs, it was really good. Swedish massage and Lomi Lomi, which is Hawaiian, and it's a really flowing massage and I love giving those. Don't do so much of it now. But every now and again I get clients that like that, so I'll do my Lomi Lomi massage on them. It is beautiful because it's so flowing and moving. We know you don't just massage a particular muscle group, you flow up and down the body using forearms, and it's just amazing. And when you have receiving it, your mind just gets lost because you don't quite know where the person's going next. It is beautiful. And couple that with hands-on healing, perfect. So theta healing here, the practitioner goes into theta brainwave state, which is a deep meditative state, and speaks to the source, and then watches and waits for the healing. Theta healing believes that instantaneous physical and emotional shifts are possible, not so much hands-on as it works with the brainwaves and not a transference of energy. So Vianna Stibble is the person that created this, and you take yourself off. You've got different states of brainwave, so you take yourself off into theta, and the way they say that you know you're in theta is if you look up into your eyelids and just keep going and going and going, your eyelids will flutter. When they get to a certain flutter, that's when you know that you're in theta brave state, and then you start working with the person that's opposite you. So the theory is that you get information in that brain state to help the other person. Usui Reiki healing. So Reiki is the Japanese technique for stress reduction and relaxation that also promotes healing. The laying of hands. So you're laying your hands. I like to touch when I'm healing, I have to say, when appropriate. A lot of people just have hands off healing like this, but touching I feel is good. So the laying of hands as is based on an idea that an unseen life force energy flows through us and is what causes us to be alive. If one's life force energy is low, then we are more likely to get sick and feel stress. And if it is high, we are more capable of being, happy and healthy. And that's taken from the Reiki website. Sorry, I got hiccups there. Symbols are used in this type of healing, and they are drawn in space. So I'm not going to draw the symbols on here. And many years ago, you know, you had to go to someone, to a teacher. So you had to go to, say, master teacher to be taught Reiki, and only those people knew the symbols. But now they seem to be freely available on the internet. But yeah, so different symbols. I'll just do this in my hand. You draw different symbols in the air, and then you're working on the person. Yeah, it's all very good. I believe healing is for healing's sake. So if you're drawn towards Reiki or drawn towards theta, then you'll go to that way, and that's what your body needs. But don't expect that one particular healing will be the healing that you'll have forever, because your body changes, your body evolves, and also that the need for different types of healing will happen. So spiritual healing and healing in general complements conventional medicines. So it is not, you shouldn't think of it as replacing traditional medicines, because if your GP or whoever has said, well, you need this and this pill, you need to take this pill, you need to take that pill, the best way, I believe, is to have healing alongside that to complement it. And then what I found personally was, especially when I was in depression, I used to take antidepressants because I just got that bad. I couldn't see any other way without taking them. And then I brought in all these different types of healing, and gradually the need for the antidepressant felt that it got less. So, you know, I reduced the amount that I took, and eventually not taking it. I haven't taken it for years. But the spiritual healing allowed that to complement that one. And then the traditional medication should go in, not in all cases, depends what you've got wrong with you, of course. But never stop any medication without checking with your GP. And if you're just using spiritual healing or any other healing, if symptoms persist, you may need to see your GP. The life energy is channeled to the recipient to aid recovery. Spiritual healing is recognized in the West, but in the East it has been acknowledged for thousands of years. So we're behind the times here, you know, and the more you put it out there, the more you find that people are actually using it, and more people are coming out and saying that they're using it. You know, the more famous people who are seen to be I don't know how, what can I say, to be more not so spiritual, are coming out with all these spiritual healings and different things that they're using in their life to enhance their life. So the more those people are coming out, the more obviously people are beginning to use it. So spiritual healing is recognized in the West, but in the East it's been acknowledged for thousands and thousands of years. Chi and prana are the two better known names for these energies. The simplest way to describe it as life force. So chi is life and prana is force. So life force, energy to create the spiritual healing. I went through a phase of Reiki, and then I developed my spirituality, and I began to realize that I didn't find any teachers on earth who could teach me my spiritual stuff, because I just didn't. That's a whole nother story. But then I started connecting to the universal energies, and from that moment I seemed to switch from Reiki symbols to using spiritual healing. And for me, the spiritual healing was no different to the Reiki, except that I wasn't using symbols. Other people might contradict that or say that it's wrong, but that's how it felt to me. I was taken into a more spiritual healing path. The Reiki symbols stopped happening. I didn't say I'm not going to do it. They just stopped happening. And that's how it was for me. So if that happens to you, know that it's okay. If you want to do your symbols, do your symbols. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. So spiritual angel healing, very much the same as spiritual healing, but we ask the angels to come and join us. Angels will give the healing through us. So it's just a beautiful and natural experience. I found that when I've healed with angels, and even when you're doing, like you say, spiritual healing, the angels will come around you. And it feels like, you know, if you hit a tuning fork and you get that really sort of high pitch, but not so that it hurts your ears, bing, like this, but even nicer. They just kind of have that serenity and clarity when they come in and help you heal. That's the only way I can describe healing on an angel energy. So there are many other healing types and practices based on hands-on energy healing. There's a much better choice. There's a much better choice out there than there was years ago, sorry. And remember, you are dynamic and may feel it necessary to change your healing type, or even the person who gives you the healing. So at some point you resonate with this person and their energy and the healing that they're giving you. But then your body gets used to that, and then you might say, oh no, actually I'm not really feeling it. So you go and see another practitioner, or you're recommended a practitioner, or you begin to heal yourself. Excuse me. Everything is right. Whatever's right for you is right. There's no wrong way really in healing. As long as the intention's good, then there's no wrong way. So it's time to heal each other. So I invite you to work through a distant healing exercise. Oops. So I'm going to heal you, basically. Oops, I've lost, I've gone too far there, haven't I? So it's time to heal each other. I will heal you. So I invite you to work through this distant healing exercise. So I'm going to just ask you to sit comfortably. You can sit sitting up straight. Keep your spine as straight as you can, and maybe just place your hands on your thighs, palms up or down, it doesn't really matter. And I invite you just to sit quietly. Take a beautiful in-breath and exhale. In-breath, exhale. All I want you to do is sit and listen. You don't need to do anything other than listen. So in my head, I'm setting my intention. My intention is that you feel, sense, or know that there is healing coming to you. My intention is to connect to my guides, my people that help me in the universal energies, and tell them I'm ready to be a conduit for healing. So they will send an healing energy, an energy from the universal energies through me, through my hands, and to you. Some people feel this, some people sense it, some people just know. You may feel a tingling when you're really receiving it. You may feel your body starts to shake. You may feel warm. You may feel cold. You might, whilst you've got your eyes closed, you might see things. You might have a vision. You might be taken somewhere in your mind. Everything is right because it's right for you at that time. So I'm going to start sending healing to you. And because I'm working to one person, I can imagine that person. If I was working to a lot of people, I'd probably use a teddy or a stick drawing and send it out to everyone. So in this case, I'm going to stand behind you and I'm going to place my hands on your shoulders. I'm going to ask for universal energies to come in and give you the healing that you need to create the best version of yourself today. So as I place my hands on your shoulders, you might feel it, you might not, you might just sit there and just know that it's working. So feel and sense my hands on your shoulders. Moving both my hands to the top of your head. Place my hands flat on the top of your head. Cupping your head in my hands. Just going to move one hand hovering over your throat area, but I'm not touching. And then I would put my hand on your belly, my other hand on your belly. Moving the hand on your throat to hovering over your heart chakra, your heart energy, keeping the other hand on your belly. Moving to your knees and placing a hand on each knee. Moving to your feet and placing my hands on the top of your feet, but my thumbs are underneath your feet, pushing in. Then I step back You can just open your eyes and just maybe rub your hands together and wiggle your toes a little bit. So that's a quick version of distant healing. Obviously, I can't do for the whole session on here, and I've missed some hand positions out. I would use different hand positions because I would be getting closer into the person and sensing what areas really needed the healing. So that was just a general body balancing healing session. Now you will have felt, if not this time, if it was your first time, maybe you need to try it again, but you could have felt your hands tingling, getting hot or cold, and this can occur at any time. So, and it's always good to set an intention like I did. So I set an intention to heal you for your highest good of yourself. My hands were tingling before I started. I don't know if you felt any tingling, but I'm asking the universe now to send healing to your hands so that you could be giving other people healing. So you will be feeling some kind of change in the center of your hands here. Like I said, it's always good to set an intention before you heal. You are likely to become more sensitive to the needs of others once your healing is initiated. So your body seems to pick up on other people. Distant healing can be sent anywhere, just set the intention. Now, like I said, if I was doing distant healing, sometimes I advertise I'm doing distant healing tonight at 6 o'clock, send me your name. So I'll do names. Other times I'll just send distant healing to the universe. Other times I'll do it to a group of people. It varies so much. But you can use a teddy, you can use a stick man on a page and just put your fingers over, or you can just send it out to the universe. And how beautiful is that? So learning to heal yourself is really important. So I've given you healing now, and you've noticed where my hands went on your body. So I'd like you to just take your eyes and close them, just close them down again for some more healing to take place. So I'm going to ask you to heal yourself now. So we're going to start with the base sort of area. I don't know if you know what chakras are, but the base sort of chakra area, which is the lower spine, but you're going to you put your hands at the front. So if you're doing it on yourself, you can touch that area and place your hands there, or you can hover your hands over. So I'm asking for healing to be given through you to yourself. So you're healing yourself. The universal energies will bring this in for you. So as you place your hands there, you might begin to feel a tingling sensation in your hands, heaviness in your arms. You might begin to feel cold, hot. You might feel just a sense of warmth. You might feel like you just really want to drift away into a really nice place. But keeping your hands there, it's sometimes, as I'm doing it to myself now, my fingers are tingling. Sometimes it's just connecting to the palms. Other times it's the whole of the hand. So then I would invite you to move your hands to just below your belly button into that area there. And again, the healing's already ignited. So we're just asking for the healing to continue into this body for your higher good. You might notice your breathing changes like mine did there. So sometimes if you're working on yourself, you put your hands there in the position and you might do an inhale and exhale. So and it's as if it's settling into that area, which is it feels good. And then we can move up to the area above the belly button. So above the belly button, place both your hands. And maybe you want to do an inhale here and an exhale. Just allow the healing to take place. Again, we're doing this quicker than we would normally do it. You normally hold it for longer. Then we're moving up to the heart area here. So you can place hands on top of each other, or you can place hands on top like that, but not go into this bit yet. So sort of like this. And again, you'll feel different sensations into different parts of your body. If there's usually a problem in that area, you'll feel more healing coming through. You must remember that the healing's coming through you, through your hands to yourself here. So if you've got things that you need to let go of to do with love or heart chakra, you will notice that your hands will get hotter, or you might want to hold them here longer. When you're healing yourself or other people, sometimes it feels like you can't lift your hands up because you need to continue to heal. We're going to force it to stop there. Then we do the throat chakra here. So you can either touch, if you don't mind, you know, your hand on your throat like this, or you can heal. Sorry, my thumb away. I always want to leave my thumb up like this. I got told off once in a massage session because my thumbs were up, but I find it more difficult to have my thumbs down. So hold your hand away from your throat chakra, throat area. Just hold it away and allow the energy to go to it. You see, mine's really hot there. My middle of my hand it's like there's pins in it going into my throat chakra. And that because I've been coughing quite a lot today. So you feel that sense there. You can then move your hand to your third eye area, your forehead. You can do two. You can do like this, or you can just do one. And sometimes you can put your hand up like that and receive the energy for it to come through. It's up to you. Do what you feel like doing. And then you can move to your crown chakra, which is the top of your head. You can touch. You can hold your head however comfortable it feels, and leave your hands there for a while. Sometimes you can go on your ears. And that's healing self. So if you've still kept your eyes closed, you can blink them open now. But you must, I'm sure you would have felt a change in your hands here. Sometimes they feel like they're massive. Sometimes they feel like they're swelling. When you're doing this also, on occasions, you can feel other energies with you. Somebody might say to you, "Oh, Jan, I thought you was at my feet, but you're at the top of my head." And it's you either leave an impression of energy, or there's another universal energy coming in and helping you. I get that a lot. So most healing will be given in line with this chakra centers of your body. Some healing will have set hand positions. So the chakra centers are virtually what we did there. So it's base chakra, then under belly button, over belly button, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and crown. And most healing goes through those areas because you're aligning the chakra energies as well. So you might need to look at the teaching on chakras to understand what they're about. But you can put your hands anywhere. I could go here, I could go to your arm, I could go to your hand. If I was being pulled to a certain position, I would put my hand there, regardless of whether I'd been taught to put it there, because the energy is pushing your hand there, so there must be a problem in that part of the body. Some healing will have set hand positions and they never waver from it. When I first learned Reiki, they said, these are your hand positions. And then I found this little tiny book, I haven't got it to hand, and it was Usui Reiki hand positions. And I think there's probably 100 or more hand positions that they show you. So if you've got kidney problems, and the hand positions are to do with problems that people have in their body. But it's good if you just naturally go to these places, because then you're healing what's inside the body, not what the person or the medical condition has been told to you. Yeah, just find your own way. I believe in finding your own way in everything. So I believe we can heal by laying our hands instinctively on the body, which is what I've just said to you. That is perfectly guided universal energy. I would like to say that if somebody came to me and wanted to learn healing, that I would teach them spiritual healing, universal energies healing. And unless they came to me and said, I want to be a Reiki teacher, master, and I want to learn Reiki, I would bring them into the spiritual side. I just have this thing that sometimes symbols can block some areas. And I say that from experience, where I've given Reiki and I've given spiritual healing, and a whole lot more comes through for me doing this in the spiritual healing than the Reiki. But that doesn't mean I dismiss Reiki. I still would use it in certain areas, but you need to find what's right for you. I believe we should allow guidance from above, from source, from universal energies. You could just be guided. If you're on your spiritual path, you will allow guidance. Let us sense the healing the universe wants to give us. So I believe the universe has the most perfect healing for anyone at any given time. So let's have a little experience of this. So if you just close your eyes for a moment, I'm just going to have a little drink. Just relax yourselves down. Just close your eyes and just relax. If you shrug your shoulders up to your ears and let them drop, and do that maybe twice more, up to your ears and drop, up to your ears and drop. Place your hands relaxed on your thighs, thumb palms up or palms down, and feet firmly on the floor, please. And just sit there and see what happens. Dear universal energies, please come in and heal this person for the best and their highest good, for everything that they need today. Dear universal energies, please do this now. So I'm just going to thank the universal energies for coming in and doing that. That's a little taster of what they can do. And if you give your shoulders a shimmy shake and open your eyes now, maybe move your hands and rub your hands together. My hands are really hot now from all that going on. Really hot. Some people say that when you place your hands on some people, they're going to get naturally hot, and that's all that it is. It's just your hand getting hot because you're touching, but you cannot touch. I mean, I've not touched anything but a little bit on myself, and my hands are burning. So that's just a little taste of the universe coming in and giving you healing. So you can lay there in bed at night if you want to, and just ask for the universal energies to come in and heal you to your highest good for everything that you need, or you can say it in any way that you want to, and allow it to happen, basically. So they'll come in and help to heal you. I've used healing for many years, from when I got fibromyalgia with my car accident, and after that I've used crystal healing. I've had chakra balancing. I used to have chakra balancing every week, you know, and this woman that did it for me, she said, "You can't, why are you coming every week?" I said, "Because I need it." And she says, "No, you only need it once a month or every so often." Anyway, every time she came to balance my chakras, they were all out of balance. And she says, "I don't understand why every week you're out of balance. And I knew it was because I'd got illness in my body. But keep balancing them." She balanced them every week for me. I used to go to a church because it was less expensive, and the people in there were really good, and I just loved going and having a cup of tea and enjoying that time. But we did eventually go to once a month, and then I went to every 3 months, and then I just used to think, "Oh, I think I need a bit of balancing," and I'd go and see her. And that probably went on for about 2 years, and then I started doing it for myself. And but yeah, so don't let somebody say to you, "You only need it doing this time and that time." If your body's saying that you need it, then go and get it done. And get the healing done, get anything done that you need, that your body's guiding you to do, you know. So spiritual healing, Reiki healing, whatever other healing there is, if you're drawn to it, go and try it. But don't think that that is going to be your healing for life. Like the theta healing, that was right for me at that time. I'd learned to become a practitioner in it, but I don't think I've used it much at all. I might have used elements of it and I have an understanding of it, but you do what's right for you. So enjoy being healed by the universal energy, excuse me. So thank you so much for taking part in this number 7 foundation teachings. And here we are. If you want to progress further, you've already done healing. You might have done grounding and protection, chakra, cutting cords, meditation, past lives, energy awareness, or you might go on to do recognizing divine guidance, aura, psychic, and mediumship. All 11 of those will give you good grounding. If you don't want to do psychic or mediumship, then even just doing the others will give you good grounding for your spiritual path. If you're ready, there's Universal Energies Development Group, which has a private Facebook group. It has a live classroom in Zoom once a week, teaching and guidance twice a week. So I put exercises and learning into the group twice a week, ongoing support within the group or messenger. If you really want to zap your life and get it into action, 1 month's premium support is perfect. There is a Facebook group, but we don't get people going in there for some reason. I think it's because they're so busy and they just want the 1111 support. They don't want to be in another Facebook group doing something else. They want consistent support for the whole month. So if they have something going on and they think, oh, I can't make a decision, what does Jan think? What does the universe think? Let me get their point of view and then let me make my own decision. So they often get a different angle from the universe to what they would get just by sort of talking to yourself, don't you? You ask yourself, you question yourself, you go over and over. Well, you can ask me and question me. And that's what that 1 month support is all about, letting it go out of your head, giving it to me. I'll identify your blocks. I'll help you to release your blocks. I'll help you to put new habits in place to take you forward in the most successful way that you can do. So that's the 1 month support. I'm always passionate about that because I know the people that come into that want to get on, and then they can just go on and do what they need to do. The people in the Universal Energies Development are there to consistently develop themselves to become the best spiritual version of themselves and maybe working in the spiritual way. Both enhance each other, but there's usually a different energy with the people. This one, the premium one, is more, let's get it done, let's get me in the right place, let's get me on the starting blocks and take me forward. This is slowly working along the race very slowly. Each to their own. It's whatever you need in that time of your life. So I just want to say thank you very much for being here. I've loved sharing energy healing with you. If you want to connect to me at universalenergies.com, please do. JanMayfield.com is another website, but that's fading out into the Universal Energies. Get me on Facebook, Jan Mayfield 11. YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn is Jan Mayfield. Instagram is Jan Universal Energies. And if you wish to email me, it's jansmail@hotmail.co.uk. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for receiving healing from me through the universe, or from the universe through me. And please, I just wish you the very best healing journey that you can have in this time on earth. Take care and God bless.